I need shows in WWE to be in France like every week. I need at least one show a week to be in France because that was incredible. Oh my God, the whole entire show. This crowd was hanging on every single letter of every single word. I just need it and inject it into my veins forever. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I thank you for checking out this video. I am Travis. Hey, if this is your type of deal, if you enjoy professional wrestling content on YouTube, then this is the channel for you. I ask that if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel. Just hit the button on the side there. Subscribe to this channel. It's a great community we have here. It's continuing to grow. We got more and more people coming in, and I love it. We have people in the comments. We have people emailing. We have discussions here. We're going to go live at some point here when we have enough backing for it. I would love to go live and watch these shows together with you guys. But hey, it's a very fun place to be. Everyone's cool here. It's the best place to talk about professional wrestling. I'll tell you that right now. WWE Backlash happens in France over this weekend that we're in right now, if you're watching during the weekend of Backlash. And I hope you all enjoyed the show. I thought it was a fantastic show. I think what made it even better, of course, was the crowd. I mean, the crowd in France is like unmatched. It was like all show long. It was like watching a soccer match. I don't even watch soccer like that. But this atmosphere in France, and it happens all the time when WWE goes international, when they go to Europe, the crowds there always shine. Canada, Puerto Rico last year for Backlash was incredible. You know, when Bad Bunny came out, everybody was like singing. It became like a concert. That's what the kind of feel we had tonight here at Backlash. Unbelievable. I mean, what a way to have my Saturday. Just to have a pay-per-view. I'm in North Carolina, so we go at Eastern time here. A pay-per-view or premium live event PLE at 1 o'clock on a Saturday. I love it. Now I got the rest of the day to just do things I need to do. This is beautiful. I kind of wish it was like this sometimes, but regardless, the whole show, top to bottom, was great. There was a couple of hiccups, and we're going to get into it. We started the show out, and we're not going to cover every single thing that happened, but a lot of key moments here. We started the show out with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus Tanga and Solo Sikoa. Before the match even happens, there's just chaos. Everybody's beating up on one another, and there's just referees and producers backstage all running out here, officials trying to break the whole thing up. It's just a complete brawl. And then we got Nick Aldis coming out there, and the crowd, you could imagine, is just going ballistic for all of this. Right at the start of the show. And Nick Aldis says, hey, if you guys want to do this, you want to break the rules, then let's make this a no DQ, anything goes tag team match. And then the crowd loves it even more. And I'm at home watching on my couch. I'm like, yes, let's go. This is awesome. This is what it should have been. Because we're in that type of feel now for this tag team match. With this feud, everybody hates each other except for Randy and Kevin. So it's brutality. We needed a match where it wasn't a regular tag match because this type of feud, we needed something more than that. We needed something more intense, and that's exactly what we got. It was back and forth, and honestly, there were a couple of moments where I thought, damn, are the Bloodline really going to lose this? Because this whole time, I thought Solo and Tanga were going to win this match, and when it looked like it was time for Randy Orton and Kevin Owens to win this match, who the hell shows up other than Tanga Loa? Oh my God, Tanga Loa in WWE. This is something I don't think anybody even pictured happening. A lot of people talking about Jacob Fatu coming in or Zilla coming in. No, we got Tanga Loa showing up, the brother of Tama Tonga, and nobody predicted this. If you were somebody who predicted this, hey, hats off to you, man. Props, because nobody mentioned this guy's name. I didn't think of this guy. I thought it was going to be Jacob Fatu the whole way, but no. We get Tanga Loa in here. I love this. This is amazing. They all look great near one another. Solo leading the charge. Heyman frightened in the corner. This is beautiful. I can't wait to see what happens here. And then, maybe you can bring in Jacob Fatu to come in afterwards and kind of back to back up the Usos. And then maybe Zilla joins Solo. And then maybe a Roman joins the Usos and Jacob Fatu. And then that is our War Games match in November. I know we got a long way to go, but I would imagine this is where we're headed. We're going to be jumping around a little bit here. A little afterwards, we got Jey Uso backstage getting ready for his match, and then Solo walks up on him. He's got Tongas with him, and then they start walking away, and then Paul Heyman comes up to Jey Uso. And the look on Paul Heyman's face, this is why Paul Heyman is the greatest of all time. This is why he's the best manager ever, the best personality ever. To me, in my opinion, this guy, his acting, his facial expressions, on point. he gave a look to Jey Uso where it was kind of like, the face that Paul Heyman had was kind of like telling Jey Uso, help me, but don't help me because they're going to kill me if you help me. Like it's such a complex expression he had on his face. It was kind of like a look where it was just like, Jay, this is not good. What I'm in right now, it is not good. Steer clear. Don't even get involved because this is not a bloodline you've seen before. They're not like Roman. Roman doesn't want this. These guys are more brutal and ruthless than the bloodline has ever been. All of that in one face of Paul Heyman is what I got. I mean, it was perfectly done. Amazing. I'm just at the edge of my seat seeing what's going to happen next here with the bloodline. Talking about the triple threat women's match, Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and Naomi. Hey, I mean, this was up there for one of the best matches of the night. I mean, you compare, you add in the crowd and how hyped they were for everybody in this match. And even at one point, I think it was Corey Graves who said that Tiffany Stratton is probably the least popular person in that ring. And it didn't sound like it. The whole crowd was going nuts for Tiffany Stratton. The whole crowd was going crazy for Naomi. The whole crowd was going crazy for Bayley. This crowd just loved every minute of the entire show tonight. Everybody in that crowd was there for it. Like, all invested, all in. Chants, singing. I mean, it was... that really helps a match be better than what it actually is. Not to say that all the matches were bad or none of them were bad, but like the matches all tonight were great. Except for one we're going to talk about. But for the most part, all the matches tonight were great. But the crowd just added so many more elements to it that made the match elevate. Like, it was just... you talk about the most important thing about WWE, it's the fans. It is. They help them. They make the show. I mean, you could put people out there to wrestle all day in front of the most boring crowd, and you can get easily uninterested in what's going on in your TV screen. But you put a fired up crowd like that, and I didn't want to even walk away to go to the bathroom or anything. Like, this was amazing from top to bottom. Great triple threat match. Bayley won, which I think all of us kind of assumed. Naomi took the pin, which I think all of us assumed. We're not done here yet. I don't think, even the way that Bayley pinned Naomi, I don't think Naomi's done with her title shots either. I think we got a lot of gas in this tank, and I think we're going to introduce Nia to this whole 4 women feud right here, and I think it's going to be amazing. I think all of the elements are going to fit together. This is going to be a great 4 women leading the charge on SmackDown. I mean, you can argue that when Charlotte comes back, she'll be in there too, but for right now, things are looking great for the women's division and on SmackDown. Bayley had a great Title 6 retention at Backlash, and I think Bayley is going to be a fantastic champion going forward. We got to discuss what happened in the Jey Uso and Damian Priest match. Hey, that was a great match too. I'm not exactly sure how long the match went, but what I do know is Jey Uso looked good. Jey Uso looked... I mean, you just look at the way he came out and the way the whole crowd was all about him. I mean, that had to felt great for Jey. I mean, Jey is used to being in a tag team, used to being a twin brother, and to see him have a solo opportunity where he is just... I mean, he's infectious, man. Everybody loves this guy. The song, when he comes out, the entrance, people had the lights going, the hand gestures going. I mean, palm of his hand, this guy is killing it. I hope good things for Jey. I don't know how high he can go as a solo star. Maybe he can win that World Heavyweight Championship one day. I kind of see it as maybe the Intercontinental, and then you're going to have him reunite with Jimmy. I don't really want to see that yet. I hope they hold off on it a little bit. I really do want to see what Jey can do by himself. I do want to see what Jimmy can do by himself. But if they end up being a team again, which we're all assuming they will, it'll be fine. It'll be great, good moments, all that kind of stuff, great matches. But I want to see where we can go with Jey. I mean, he's got the crowd. Let's ride that momentum. Let's see where he can go. After the match, though, I mean, JD McDonough and Balor had gotten involved in the match. They ultimately did help Priest win this match. But the fact that after the match, they did it again where they tried to beat down on Jey, and Priest like literally put his hands on both JD and Balor, threw them off, and the way he handled Balor, man, I was sitting there like, ooh, let's go Balor, come on, hit him. Like I was getting pumped. I cannot wait for Finn Balor versus Priest because we all know it's coming. Balor versus Priest for that World Heavyweight Championship is happening. I don't know who's going to be the heel. I don't know who's going to be the face. I feel like Balor will be the heel, but if that's the case, I want Balor to beat him for that title. I don't even care. I've been a Finn Balor guy since day one. I mean, I love Finn Balor, and I was ecstatic when I found out earlier that he re-signed with WWE. Drew McIntyre re-signed with WWE. There's rumors of Seth Rollins re-signing. Hey, everybody knows this is the place to be right now. Everybody knows this is where you got to be. Because WWE is hitting levels that they've never hit before. I mean, it is just facts. I mean, the sales, the attendance, I mean, it is just unbelievable right now. You got to be here if you want to ride this wave, because nowhere else is like it right now. And it was smart because Balor, Triple H, that's a Triple H guy. Triple H loves Balor. And I think he's going to give Balor his flowers. I think he's going to give him his time to shine. I think he's going to give him title runs. And I could definitely see Priest versus Balor, and I could see Balor beating Priest for that title at some point. And I am absolutely 100% here for it. Man, it pains me to do this. We got that tag match between the Kabuki Warriors, Jade and Bianca. Oh, my God. First of all, I was hyped for the beginning of it, right? And even when Bianca and Jade were coming out, I was even saying this is probably not going to be that long of a match. And I feel like Jade and Bianca were just going to run through them and beat them for the titles. They ultimately did beat them for the titles, but man, we took a very bumpy road getting there. The match started out fine at first, and then somewhere in the middle of this match, from the middle of this match to the end, it became a sloppy train wreck. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm going to try to break it down a little bit here from what I remember. So Jade, first of all, at some point I realized that one of the chains in her gear snapped off or something. So she's got a wardrobe malfunction going on here. Very close a bunch of times where things almost fell out. I was like, dude, we got to move her out to the side of the screen. Like, if they don't want this to happen, they got to get her out of here because something's going to happen. And I at one point, I even thought that the ref told her, like, hey, we're going to switch up the ending here. Bianca's going to win. You just stay over here because you got this whole mess going on here or whatever. That is not even the worst part about it. At some point, Jade was fighting Kairi in the ring, and I think Kairi went to go for a pin or a submission or a pin first on Jade, and the referee was just tapping Kairi on the shoulder, saying, "Hey, you're not the legal person. You're not the legal person. You got to, you tagged in Asuka," and then from there, I think it threw off everything. I think Jade didn't know what the hell to do. You got to remember, she's still not extremely experienced in this ring, and it showed a lot in this match, especially when things went the wrong way. Jade looked like she was confused. She didn't know what to do. Hey, we messed up. How do we get back on track? It looked like she was trying to figure it out. A lot of sloppy moves to everybody. It was just like everyone was thrown off. And I don't know if it was the ref's fault, the wrestler's fault. I don't know whose fault it was, but it did not look good. And I'm sitting there like cringing. I'm like, ooh, can we just end this? Can we just end it early? Can we find a way to just put this away? Because this was bad. It was just, I'm watching with like a face. I'm like, ooh, that didn't look good. This doesn't look good. Jade looks confused. Who's tagged in now? And when the ref said that Kairi was legal, he didn't make the pin because he's like, hey, you're not legal. And then like a couple of minutes later, Kairi went to go tag in Asuka, and the ref's like, okay, Asuka, you're in now. You were just saying that Kairi is not the legal person. You were just saying that Asuka was the legal person. So why would she just tag her again? That it confused me. It confused everyone in the match. I don't know what went on. And then when Bianca and Jade won and they were hugging in the ring, I kind of felt like Jade lost all of her like excitement and energy, and I feel like she was kind of down. Just reading body language and facial expression, she looked like she knew that she either messed up or she was upset that things got so broken down. It didn't go smooth there in that match. She might have looked upset that her wardrobe kind of messed up, that it was sloppy, that she was confused. You could tell something was there, and Bianca kept covering her mouth. I felt like Bianca kept saying either sorry or it's okay or we did good or something, trying to lift her up, but things broke down. It did not look great there. Main event time. Hey, I loved this match. I told y'all we don't even need a big hype up between AJ and Cody. And I'm sure this is not even going to be the end of this. I'm sure there's going to be more matches with AJ and Cody. And I hope there are. I really do hope there are more matches, because with very little build to this match, it delivered as far as in-match and hype. And it was beautiful. The whole match was fantastic. A very interesting thing I saw happen is Cody put AJ Styles in a Kimura lock, and I was just like, this is very, very interesting. Cody never really uses that move, first of all. And second of all, in story, Brock Lesnar broke Cody's arm by putting Cody in that move, the Kimura lock. So I'm thinking, like, is this a little foreshadowing maybe? Are we going to get Brock Lesnar? Is he coming back? Is he returning after the match, or is he returning soon? I don't know, but after seeing that, I think it was an interesting choice for Cody to put that move on AJ. It really makes me think that we might be seeing Brock Lesnar soon, because why would Cody do that? I don't know. I could be reading into it. It could be BS. I could just be trying to fantasy book. I don't know, but I just thought it was odd that he did that. I could definitely see Brock showing up. That would be insane if he does. But hey, great match between Cody and AJ Styles. Cody wins. I thought this pay-per-view was great, and I think it was so great because the audience made it even better. Not a lot of matches on the card, but every match counted. Every match held its own, except for that women's tag team title match that kind of broke down midway through. But even so, I'm happy with the pay-per-view. I'm happy I spent my Saturday watching. I hope you all did too. Let me know your thoughts on the whole pay-per-view or premium live event as a whole. And if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, I ask that you please consider subscribing to this channel. It's a great community here. It's a great atmosphere. I really would love to have you here on this channel with all of us so we can all talk about it, everything that happens in WWE. I can't wait to keep putting out more content. I want this to grow and grow and grow and have every single wrestling fan on this channel so we can do more. The more you guys give to me, it helps me give a lot more back to you, which is what I would love to do. So I appreciate you all. Have the great rest of your weekend. We'll talk. We'll talk in a couple of days here on Monday Night Raw. Until we eat again, my friends, stay bitter.